trying to meet decent men naturally. Where are you all at? 25-year-old female here. I tried dating apps, but it feels like it's where all freshly broken up people go to try to distract themselves. And I don't like the idea of being a rehab center. I haven't met anyone at church, and I go there for other reasons than meeting someone, haha. At work conferences, it's tough because I need to keep it all professional. To all who direct messaged with hate messages and called me a judgmental Christian, I hope you find healing and reconciliation with whoever hurt you. To all who say I could be toxic, sure, there is always that possibility, but it's also possible that your comment is unhelpful. The term decency was purposely left vague. Don't overthink this. This wasn't meant to be a research project or a fishing expedition. I'm not trying to meet anyone on Reddit. For real, I didn't think this post would explode this much. To everyone who is hiding because they're healing, I admire you and thank you. Keep going. Because the other option is to mess around trying to numb your own pain and hurt others in the process, or straight out attempting to use others to heal. My conclusion, while individual stories are unique, men and women are hiding in the same places for the same reasons and pain we've caused each other. As a result, we're all just doing our best trying to find happiness in the same way. Story 1. I was once told, imagine the hobby you wish your partner would do. Now go and find that hobby group and hang out. In my case, I work over 60 hours in a male-dominated blue-collar industry. I have barely enough time to do adult chores and get a few hours of sleep. I don't have any time for going out, hitting bars, or doing hobbies. Though if I am a good man, I suppose that is for others to judge. Story 2. Women have made it clear that being approached is creepy and uncomfortable. And 20% of Generation Z believe that a man approaching a woman almost or always constitutes harassment. The problem is that the only guys who are going to listen to that are the ones who care about making women uncomfortable. So the good guys just don't do it, leaving the bad ones for women to deal with, leading to a significant portion of the overwhelmingly negative perception of men that many modern women have. Approaching men will work better. I'm not going to say it'll work every time. Most of the time you'll fumble, and that's okay. But respectfully, dolling yourself up and waiting for a man to decide that your personal space is worth less than his chance at a score is a less reliable method. Final point. If there are any open mic night events near you, that's a good spot. Places that involve less alcohol and less dude bro culture. Not that there aren't good dudes there, but other places are more likely to offer a better experience. Story 3. Grocery stores, bookstores, parks, bowling alleys, etc. I would stress to any woman looking for a good man to try approaching men. A lot of men hear how women don't want to be approached at the gym or while shopping, so we just don't approach. So it's on you now. Story 4. I wouldn't call myself decent, but at least the guys I know who aren't jerks have already checked out from dating due to getting cheated on, having a terrible previous relationship, or having a bad experience trying to date, so they gave up. The others are mostly introverted and nerdy, so they're mostly relaxing at home and not really going out to party or anything like that. Story 5. They are out and about. Women think decent dudes don't exist because the reality is most don't see men at all. Parks, supermarkets, restaurants, just on a walk. Story 6. Third question I've seen asking where the decent men are. Was there a female-only memo sent out recently? Decent single men are all over the place, but most of them won't make the first move since they are either cautious, shy, or hurting. Chances are you've probably walked past 10 decent single men the last time you went shopping without thinking about it. As far as hangout spots, if they go out, it will be to their hobbies. Some will be in the gym, others at the local pub or bar with friends, maybe walking or hiking alone in the wilderness. Sorry to say it, but there's no easy way to meet them without taking a risk, and it will be very unlikely they will approach you. Story 7. We're doing the same things you are doing. We go to work, we go to school, church, gym, and we go home. Most of us have been burned too hard by the dating game to go out of our way to pursue anyone, and mainstream media reports that most women are happier single than in a relationship, so why even bother? Story 8. I keep my attitude at home. Too much drama out there right now. I'll try dating again once things are less chaotic out there. Plot twist. Dies alone. Story 9. A lot of men don't bother with dating apps. We view it as a waste of time. I find it degrading to have to superficially try to prove myself to women who can't possibly understand who I am from a few pictures and a biography where I think most people lie anyway. I also find the way women have to parade themselves like meat kind of degrading for them. Let's not pretend we don't understand what the bikini photos, above the head cleavage, and side profile photos are really trying to do. It feels kind of insulting to think men are viewed so simply by those women. I realized a long time ago that the women I generally like the most would never have bothered to be on dating apps because they would have understood they were going to be a cesspool anyway. I usually go out with women who I meet through friends. All my married friends love trying to set me up, and I usually feel more comfortable getting a recommendation from people who know me and my values. Story 10. I think a big part of the issue is that decent is completely subjective. Looks are as well. Someone can be a decent man and maybe he isn't your type, or looks-wise it isn't a match. I feel like a lot of decent guys are probably unattractive by conventional beauty standards, may not be tall enough, but they will be good guys ethically or morally. So, it's a trickier problem than it seems. There's more to it than just decent or not decent. There are plenty of men in the world and plenty of women. It's complicated. Just my take. Story 11. I really don't understand why, whenever the topic of men not participating in dating comes up, the terrible economy is not brought up more often. Forget about women rejecting you because you don't make six figures. You can't even afford dates in the first place if you aren't making six figures. I agree dates can be cheap or even free. It depends on the date and what you want to do. A walk in the park is free. Story 12. Well, you meet a few in bars or clubs, or in places where your hobbies may be pursued, some in gyms and other places. It depends on what kind of person you are. Story 13. They are invisible. That's why you can't find them. But I'll tell you a secret. Good men are taking care of their own business, doing what women told them to do, leaving you alone and not bothering you with their existence. Story 14. Our son is 25 and tried online dating for a short time. He found only very incompatible women there. I want to find somebody who makes over $500,000 a year, drives an Audi, has no crazy exes, no kids, no drama. Someone who will treat me as I deserve to be treated. My son mostly spends his time in front of his computer or with his single or attached friends. He's in very good shape and works out almost every night. Story 15. We do not hang out anywhere. We spend time at our homes just like decent women do because we are over drama and nonsense. I will occasionally go out to dinner or a brewery with a buddy like twice a month. But I will be talking with him the whole time. Outside of that, the grocery store. And we will not approach you. Like ever. Decent guys do not want to bother you, so… Anyways, it has been nice chatting with you. Enjoy the rest of your life. Story 16. The best way to find a quality date is to be introduced through friends. It is not about finding the right partner. It is about being the right partner. Story 17. In the pillow fort in my apartment, sorry. No girls allowed. Edit. I do actually hang out at bars. But if you saw me, you'd probably think I just want to be left alone. I sit alone at the bar and say hi to my friends as they come in, and interact if they sit with me. I don't want to bother anyone, but I love to be bothered. If there seems to be a guy at the bar minding his own business, go ahead and try to start a conversation. I'm sure he's open to a conversation and will appreciate you initiating. Story 18. I'll be real. I've just been too busy between work and trying to keep up the house to have a social life. I haven't been on a date or anything like that in almost a decade, and I don't even know how to flirt anymore without feeling awkward about it. Story 19. I meet a lot of women at coffee shops, live music events, the beach, the dog park, and while going for a walk with my dog at a park or boardwalk, as well as yoga classes. I meet multiple people per week. The problem is there is very little effort on behalf of the women these days, and it has made me jaded. It is not worth the investment unless a woman shows genuine interest and our dating goals align. Story 20. Decent guys are all around you. It's just that you probably don't see them as decent. Women's perception bias in rating most men as below average, that is, not decent, has been discussed often. Story 21. Man, have you seen the stuff women post as their bare minimum for a guy? At least 6 feet tall, six-figure income, and 8 inches, an expensive car, be a heart surgeon, and able to take them on a few expensive vacations every year? I've declined to play in that game. Story 22. Most of the time when I hear women complaining that there are no good men around, they usually have one or more of the following traits. 1. They are quite toxic but don't actually know it and are driving genuinely nice guys away. They have unrealistically high expectations like the whole must be 6 feet tall, make $150,000 a year, be in good shape, and have no hair loss but are like a 5 out of 10 themselves. They think all men should approach them and make the first move, then are always shocked when they get no attention, even though today's society has made young men much more cautious about how they should approach women. This works both ways. It's the same for guys who say they can't find any good women. They're often 1. Socially reclusive and never make an effort. Resentful towards women because the internet has jaded them. Think they are owed something by women even though they don't make any effort themselves, such as being out of shape or having a low-paying job. Story 23. Men have realized that dating today is a pointless pastime. And that's all dating today is, a pastime. The better question would be, exactly what do men gain by dating in today's world? Between being called every name in the book, being told to go away, having to hear where are all the good men, while those asking are looking for what constitutes the top 1% of men in the world, being told to man up and ask women out, but then also being called creepy for doing so and having false allegations a constant looming threat. Men are done. The fact is, there is nothing women can provide today that men cannot get elsewhere for far less risk and far more reward. I'm not saying that to be unpleasant. That's the world we live in today. Story 24. Decent single men are everywhere. It's just that most women do not want to date them because they are not top 10% men and aren't considered hot. Women generally don't find these men sexually attractive enough to notice, talk to, or date. You can meet them anywhere and everywhere: church, school, out and about, grocery store, bookstore, work, but you will have to do all of the legwork to get to know and meet these men because of the sexual harassment policies women demanded. Hobbies, single interest clubs. Story 25. Here in Oregon, there is a vibrant live music culture and lots of karaoke. Lots of single men of all ages attend both, though single men seem to outnumber single women 4-1. Story 26. I guess the question is, what are you looking for? 'Cause I'm guessing you're looking for more than just a decent man. You're looking for someone who is decent but also decent looking, has a stable income at the very least around your age, and that you and he have things in common. That you share similar goals and similar ideas on gender roles. And these are all reasonable things to want. I just wish people wouldn't pretend that all they're looking for is someone decent. Story 27. Best tip, in my opinion, is to get your friends to set you up. If you make a good new friend, who you don't have many mutual friends with, they can probably help a bunch. Also, your girlfriend's boyfriends will know people. The second best tip is to put yourself out there more. Work or study at public or college facilities. Regularly visit a common park with your dog, etc. If you like someone, just keep trying to make eye contact. And if you do, then smile or wave. That's a universal I like you cue. If you want to go super easy mode, try basketball. You can go to any court and play with people. You'll meet a ton of tall, athletic individuals. There's also a certain cool hipster vibe, in my opinion. You don't have to be good. Guys are usually nice to beginners and especially women. Guys also love sporty women. The only downside here is you may get asked out a ton. Story 28. My ex once said to me, "I just want you to care." I thought that was an interesting comment because I did care very much. Shortly after that, I was cruelly blindsided, screamed at, disrespected, and subsequently blocked. One thing I never got to say to her was, if you want someone to care for you, you should start by caring for another person. If you like someone and want to see them succeed, boost them up, help their life, give them encouragement, be a ray of positivity in their life. They will care for you back. That's what love and relationships are. You don't find a relationship, you build one. That's where all the good men are. They aren't a pot of gold under the rainbow to be found. They are part of a relationship to be built. You help bring this man forth through your love and care. Behind every good man is a great woman. There's a lot of truth to that. You help to build this great man. It isn't a static discovery. It's an evolutionary process. Where are all the good men? It's potentially all of us. All of us have a good man inside of us. It's just hidden, sometimes even from ourselves. It isn't that you find a good man through searching. It's that you help to build a strong relationship through your genuine love and care. It may be counterintuitive, but maybe the answer to where are all the good men lies somewhere within yourself. Story 29. Might as well ask other women. Whether you want to admit it or not, you have a type, and that is what you are going to notice before anything else, and guys here are going to judge you for it. Ask a married Generation X woman where these guys are instead. She will either give you an honest answer or set you up on a date. Story 30. We were all digging a big hole on the beach, but too many people joined in and we dug too greedily and too deep. So now we are all down somewhere around the Earth's mantle, giving each other compliments. Story 31. Post high-quality, unedited photos of yourself with a friend. See who likes it on your friend's page. Check their profile. Direct message them about what you have in common. See the response. If it's overwhelmingly positive, ask for a date and offer your number. If they text you, you've got it. Don't get mad about how they react, the lack of a time frame, or poor planning. Instead, focus on being glad you reached out. Takes a lot of courage, even over social media, to do that. Story 32. Clubs are a definite no. With bars, it depends. You can meet interesting people if they're activity-centered, like live music, pool, or pinball. Genuine people don't go out just to meet someone, which is what you will find at clubs or dance bars. You'll also have to do a lot of the approaching at those places because, again, they don't go there just to meet someone. Story 33. Usually you will find decent men either at their job, at their home, or at their hobby. The problem is that the internet has people so messed up that it is almost unusual for a man to just have a hobby. A good place to look for someone sociable but not an alcoholic party boy would be a relaxed bar, one with music or comedy.